This is Concacaf Video Signals, a Thursday, April 30th edition. Today on Video Signals, we have World Cup qualifying news. Then we'll go on a trip around the Confederation. And let's complete the program with the extremely popular Concacaf quiz. We start with World Cup qualifying news, as El Salvador announced that it will play an international friendly against Jamaica on May 30th in Washington, D.C. It will be the second preparation game for the Cuscatlecos as they get ready for two World Cup qualifiers in June, against Mexico on the 6th and Honduras on the 10th. The first friendly will be against Ecuador on May 27th at the Los Angeles Memorial Coliseum. Russell Latipi had 22 locally based players in camp yesterday for his first training session since his appointment as head coach for the Trinidad and Tobago national team. Latipi, who took over from Francisco Matarana, commenced preparations for the upcoming World Cup qualifiers with a training session at the Larry Gomes Stadium in Malabar. 2 sessions will take place today and another tomorrow. The squad will train at Malabar twice weekly until May 20th before moving to Tobago. The overseas-based professionals are expected to arrive on May 23rd. The Soca Warriors' next qualifiers are against Costa Rica on June 6th at the Dwight York Stadium in Tobago and at Mexico on June 10th. Let's take a look at the next CONCACAF World Cup qualifying fixtures. A table-topping clash takes place on June 3rd when first-place USA travels to San Jose to face second-place Costa Rica. 3 days later, Trinidad and Tobago host the Ticos, while Mexico goes to El Salvador in Javier Aguirre's first match since returning as El Tri's head coach. The USA will welcome Honduras to Chicago's Soldier Field, site of the 2007 Gold Cup final. A quick glance at the table shows the USA on top, 1 point ahead of Costa Rica. Honduras is in third, narrowly in front of Mexico. El Salvador is in fifth, just ahead of Trinidad on goal difference. Now, let's take a look at what's happening around CONCACAF. Mexico's Guadalajara secured a place in the Copa Santander Libertadores Final 16 with a 1-1 tie away to Chile's Everton last night. Javier Hernandez gave Chivas the lead 5 minutes into the game. Jaime Riveros knotted the score 2 minutes after the second half kickoff, but Everton needed a win to surpass Chivas in the Group 6 table. Despite not winning an away game, Guadalajara advanced with 9 points, 1 behind group winner Caracas FC of Venezuela, and a point ahead of Everton. Caracas tied last-place Lanús of Argentina 1-1. Chivas now has allowed only 1 goal in its last 3 games. Trinidad and Tobago's under-20 national team suffered a 5-0 defeat in their warm-up international at the United Arab Emirates yesterday in the second of 2 games in Al Ain. The visitors lost 1-0 in the first match on Tuesday. TNT head coach Zoran Vanish made 8 changes to his starting team and was reminded that his bench players were not yet all that close to being as strong as the starters. The home side got 2 first-half goals from Mohet Yassin, while 3 different players accounted for the second-half scores. TNT will depart Dubai today for Seoul, South Korea, where they will face that country's national under-20 team in 2 games as they continue their build-up for the FIFA Under-20 World Cup in Egypt later this year. And that completes our brief trip around the Confederation. Now it is time for today's CONCACAF quiz. Yesterday, we asked if you could name the team that former USA national team star Tab Ramos played for in Mexico. Our thanks to everyone who responded. The correct answer is Ramos played for the UANL Tigres in 1995 and 1996. Today's question takes us to the colorful former Mexican national team goalkeeper Jorge Campos. Campos played for 2 teams in the USA's Major League Soccer. Can you name them? If you think you know the answer, please send an email to VideoSignals@concacaf.org before 12 p.m. New York time tomorrow. Those answering correctly will have their names placed into a weekly contest where the winner will receive a CONCACAF prize. Well, that's all for today. Thanks for joining us at Video Signals, your source for CONCACAF news.